Hello, everyone. Hi. I apologize in advance for my casual clothes and the free form that this speech is about to take. I just found out an hour ago that I'm supposed to be talking today, so I just drove here from work, so I'll be winging it. Again, my name is Mike Bieker. I am running for House District 33, which is a lot of Northwest Portland. A little bit about myself is I'm a proud father of 2 young boys. The newest one actually came this summer, and I have a wallet chock full of pictures if anybody wants to see them after this event. I'm a proud Oregonian, born and raised here. Despite other opportunities, my wife and I have chosen to raise our family here. Love this state. I am a small business owner. I've been a healthcare consultant for the last 10 years, and just recently this year, started my own healthcare consulting company. See why I'll start with a story actually here. When I was 10 years old in Oregon, growing up here, actually growing up not too far from here over in Rock Creek, which is just down 185th. Kids love it when it snows outside and snow sticks to the ground because school gets canceled, and on this particular day it was a snow day. And I called and made arrangements with my friend to meet up and go over to his house. And on the way to his house, I have to walk by this pond in a park-like setting. And so I was walking by myself to his house, and I turned the corner on this snow day, and there was 2 junior high kids in front of me, bigger kids, kind of roughhousing with each other. And perceiving that this could be a potentially dangerous, situation, I cut off the path, tried to hopefully think that they wouldn't see me. Anyway, within about 5 seconds, they could tell I was probably chicken or something, so they gave chase to me, caught me, buried my head in the snow, I stuck snow down my clothes, roughed me up a little bit. The whole ordeal lasted about 2 minutes, and at the end, when they left me alone, thankfully I wasn't seriously hurt, I brushed the snow off myself, caught my breath, and was thinking to myself, well, A, that stunk because I couldn't control the situation even though I tried, and B, it stunk because I was getting hit from 2 different directions. Well, I think currently Oregonians are getting hit by 2 different directions. As you all know, the financial meltdown happened a couple years ago, and 55% of Americans have either lost their job, had their hours cut, or had their pay cut. In Oregon, that's probably closer to 60 or 65%. At the same time, people who own homes have lost up to 1/3 of the value of their home. People close to retirement have lost up to half of their retirement. People have taken a pretty big punch to the stomach. And at the same time, we have a state legislature and state leaders led by, one of my opponents is one of the leaders that continues to grow government. And as it grows government, it needs money to fund it. There's no tooth fairy in Salem. There's no magical money-making press. And so whenever it spends more, it needs to collect more, and it needs to go into each of our pockets to collect it. For instance, you've probably noticed that your property tax bill increases each November, even though your housing value has gone down. You've probably noticed increases in income tax, small business tax. We've seen tuition increases. Parking is no longer free on Sunday. Parking tickets have gone up as well. All mechanisms that our state is using to extract cash from each of our pockets to pay for what it needs to pay for. And we still have a $2.5 billion deficit. So I'm running for a couple reasons. One, I believe choice is a good thing in a democracy. And while Mitch and I have coffee together, and I can show him pictures of he's met my kids, and I do not doubt for 1 second his sincerity that he believes he's doing a good job. I just think his philosophy is wrong and actually hurting our state. To the extent, I don't think we should be raising taxes when we're all getting, brushing the snow off ourselves trying to recover from the financial meltdown. During the recession, during the last 2-year biennium cycle, he voted for $1.5 billion worth of taxes and new fees. And we still have a huge deficit. He also believes in less freedoms for individuals to the extent that he believes smokers should be required to have a prescription from their doctor in order to purchase cigarettes. I believe in more freedoms, not less freedom. So I'm running one because I believe choice is a good thing in a democracy, and Mitch and I represent two distinct different choices. The other reason why I'm running is I believe Oregon could and should be running better than it currently is. You know, if you took all 50 states and you scored them equally on the following 7 criteria: suicide, hunger, unemployment, divorce, high school dropout rate, home foreclosures, and non-job growth, and you scored them evenly, all 50 states, Oregon would come in 50th out of 50th. Now, certainly, there are states who have been hit harder by the real estate bubble than Oregon, and certainly there are more states whose individuals are more leveraged into Wall Street than Oregon's. So why is Oregon 50th out of 50 on those 7 important criteria: suicide, hunger, unemployment, divorce, high school dropout rate, home foreclosures, and non-job growth? So why are we 50th? When you start stripping away all the variables, you say, is our climate rough? No, our climate's actually pretty mild and good. Is, let's see, what else? Is it, well, you know, you strip everything away, and what you are left with is the governance model that we have in place is different from our state compared to other states. And that's led to a bad economy, and a bad economy can trigger each of those 7 criteria going in the negative direction. So I believe it is time for a change in Oregon. I think it's time for fresh new ideas. And I personally believe it's time for 2 years for all of us to brush off the financial meltdown, give everybody a chance to breathe. I vow to vote no on all new taxes and fee increases for a period of 2 years while we all recover from that. And with that being said, I'm Mike Bieker, running for House District 33. And if there's any questions, I'll be happy to entertain them, I guess, following our speeches. So thank you very much.